My 10-day adventure, Episode 2, The Journey to the Isle of Mull. In all, it was just over 400 miles. I did it in the day, and I was travelling for 14 and a half hours. I've been driving for about an hour now, and it's still very dark, and I've come through some misty stuff, and I've stopped here in a lay-by because I can't I've got it on Google Maps at the moment for navigation, but I want to change to Waze. I can see the screen a bit better. It's a little while later and I've stopped again, but this time for make myself some breakfast. And this morning I'm having a good helping of cornflakes with a real good helping of Greek yogurt and smothered in golden syrup. I just got mixed it up. Oh, there's a dash of milk in there as well. I mix it up and get stuck in. This EcoFlow, or they call it a generator, solar generator. But as I drive along, I'm charging it, and in the meantime, it's charging batteries for my phone camera and for Muriel, the mobility scooter. So it's all charging up, including itself. It's so lovely. I don't think I'd manage without it. I've got 355 miles to go, so I better get on with it, haven't I? I've stopped here for a couple of minutes as I pass from the east side of the country to the west. And I'm on the top of the Pennines, otherwise sometimes known as the backbone of England. It's quite desolate up here. And in the distance over there, you can see the hills of the Lake District. Bypassing Glasgow and along the shores of Loch Lommand. Well, I felt I needed another rest, so I've stopped at this place called Firkin Point. F-I-R-K-I-N, Firkin. And I'll take a little walk down with the camera and have a look down there. Have a proper look at Loch Lommand. It's very nice stopping off point. This nice little beach and very sturdy picnic tables and benches. But look what some people do. Look, how stupid can you get? Ruin it for everybody. Time to drive on. I've got 1 hour and 39 minutes to go, 61 miles. So I'll get it done today. And then I hope I can find somewhere to stop. If I don't get the ferry, I don't know. We'll see. This little place is called Tarbert. And there's a story behind the name. There are a few Tarberts in Scotland. The name Tarbert means somewhere they can pull your boat from one stretch of water to another. And when the Vikings invaded and caused the chieftains of the Highlands a lot of problems, they decided to let the Vikings have some land. And they thought, well, we'll let them have the islands. And they told the Vikings, if you can get your boat round it, you can have it. And of course the Vikings pulled the boats across the land and nicked a lot more than just the islands. Well, this stretch of road is past the northern end of Loch Lommand, and in my younger days it would have been the sort of road I would have thoroughly enjoyed driving on. Well, I did enjoy driving on it when I did it, but I've reached an age now where I must admit I'm being far more cautious, and there were one or two occasions when I was a little bit worried.
like it bends like this, and you never know what's coming the other way, like this. Meet him on a corner. Well, there's the mountains ahead of us, and that's Glen Coe ahead of us. And Glen Coe can claim notoriety, but on two counts that I know of. One was the Glen Coe massacre, which took place on the 13th of February 1692, when an estimated 30 members of the Clan MacDonald were killed by the Scottish Government forces, allegedly for failing to pledge allegiance to the new monarchs, William III and Mary II. And the other will be coming up in a few minutes. And it's that house there, once owned by, would you believe, Jimmy Saville. You can find a few videos of it inside on YouTube, where people have gone in and poked around, had a look. Completely derelict inside. We'll carry on to the Corran ferry and see if we can get the boat tonight over to the other side of Loch Lommand, over the bridge at Ballacluirish. I think I've said that right. Anyway, it's the entrance to Loch Lommand. And this is it. We've arrived at the ferry, or at least a turning to it. Now let's go and see how long the queue is. Well, if we got this far, it can't be that long. Well, I've arrived. Let's see if we're going to get across today. Oh, it'd be good. Oh, it'd be good. I need a pee. Here comes the ferry. It looks as if we're going to be lucky to get on straight away. 5-minute wait. Oh, fantastic. And you can see it's sort of side loading, partly due to the tidal rise and fall and the current. Quite severe around here. And we're directed to our parking spot for the trip, which only takes a few minutes, but it cuts off miles and miles of driving. And here comes the ticket man. Hello. Thank you. How much was it? 11. How much was it? 11. 11, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, ciao. Well, we're there already. And if you £11 for that little tiny journey per mile, probably more expensive than flying on Concorde. Well, I've got about 45 miles to drive now to the second ferry, which takes me across the Sound of Mull to the Isle of Mull. While I was waiting for the ferry, I did a bit of looking at on the internet and discovered that the government were encouraging the ferry companies to make sure that motorhomes and caravans had somewhere booked for the night before they were allowed on the ferry. So I did a quick search, found a campsite, rang them and said, have you got a spot for tonight? They said yes, so at least I got a booking. But in the end, nobody actually asked me. Well, it's certainly a lovely drive along the shoreline, but I must admit I was getting a bit tired. I'll very soon be at the ferry, which is a good thing because I got cramp in my legs and it's bad. The hills you can see in the distance, they're on the Isle of Mull, and that's the sound of Mull. And here's the turning into the ferry. Made it. I wonder how long the queue is or how long the wait will be here. Well, there aren't very many vehicles here, so I wonder how long the wait will be. Well, I've got two answers. I'm fourth in the queue, and I've got about 45 minutes to wait. Well, this ferry's just an ordinary double-ended roll-on, roll-off ferry. No problems with side entry here. And the journey across takes about 15 minutes. So I've got time to go out and have a look around. Oh, the sun's getting low in the sky, along with my energy levels. But we're crossing the Sound of Mull on a very, very pleasant evening. Absolutely flat calm. Really, really lovely. And that's the Isle of Mull on my destination for today. Little zigzag to miss another boat. And finally we get there. The ramp goes down and it's time to disembark. And it's not very far to this campsite. Pennygown it's called, and apparently just along the road. Oh, I'm looking forward to getting there now. Shouldn't take too long. Lady on the phone said it'd be about a 3 or 4 minute drive when I land on Mull. So here we go. Well, here's the turning. Now we'll go and find reception, pay and find a pitch. And I've got to say, for what it was quite expensive. But I can understand the reason why. It's a season thing. I don't suppose they're very busy in the winter. And I mean, who's going to go across the Mull in the winter? I don't know. Maybe I would. That's the end of a very, very long day. 14 and a half hours of moving on travelling. But tomorrow I'm going to go and explore this beautiful island. So for now, thanks for watching. BFN, bye for now, and sleep tight.